every week we do a market update. We've been doing this ever since we started doing our seminars. And one thing that we want to show you right now is inventory levels. These numbers jump out at us, or they have been jumping out at us, you know, since the beginning of the year, actually since fall of last year. And what we see down here on the right-hand side of the slide is the inventory level. The green one is the trend line. So you're seeing inventory trend down since early 2019, where it was at its highest. And that was probably right before the pandemic. But since then, inventory in the city of Calgary has been on the decrease, and we're pretty low right now. We're at one of the lowest levels since the early 90s. And what we're seeing is it's going to go even lower.
So talking about the low inventory, what does that mean? What it means if you're an investor is that a property will come on the market, and one just came on today, and a bunch of investors are ringing us about the property. So what that means, and we're going to talk about a couple of properties this seminar that we just sold. What it means is that there's multiple offers on every listing. So then that jumps up the price.
Yeah.
And properties are going over list. Not only that, it's rare to get a property that's not in competing offers. And so what's happening, Tim will show us the next slide, everything that's coming onto the market, and Tim will explain this, everything that's coming onto the market is basically getting chewed up.
Yeah, so you can look at, this is the month of May 1st to May 29th. You look at the total sales 2023 compared to 2022, we're starting to sell more properties this month than we did in May last year. And we're seeing that start to continue. We had a lag in that there wasn't enough inventory, so there weren't enough sales at the beginning of the year. Well, we're almost at the halfway point. End of June, we will be. And we're going to start to see sales of 2023 beat sales of 2022. Now, on the flip side of that, if you look at the active listings, that's the inventory on the market right now. In 2022, we had almost 5,400 properties on the market. Today, we have 3,300 listings on the market. So we are down roughly 1/3 compared to last year. And then if we go back to 2021, we're down another 1/3. And then in 2020, I believe we had almost 7,000 listings on the market.
Yeah.
So inventory is going down, sales are going up, and what does that do for prices? Well, we look at the price line there. The average price is $554. That's all inventory types. That's not just single family homes. So it's apartments, townhouses, duplexes, and single family homes. We're at $554. Last year, we were at $516, and we thought it was a great year last year.
Yeah, and that might not seem a lot to you guys out there, but the lower end of the market, especially condos, those lower priced properties have gone up even more than that. Okay, so we need to stress that. And the over $1 million range is basically holding where it's listed at. So that's not going up. But let us explain what an average inventory looks like, okay? And the numbers look roughly, Tim, around 5,500 listings. Yeah. I mean, 7,000 listings in 2020, that's a lot. But what does it look like for us realtors? It looks like we go on MLS, we do our searches, we narrow it down, and we have about 5 or 6, maybe 7, Tim, if we're lucky, properties to go and see. Okay, one of those might be sold, so we might see 6 or 5. Now, in this market, what it looks like is a property comes on the market and you're racing as fast as you can to see it and hopefully putting an offer in, and you're keeping an eye on that property. I mean, Tim just got a property done last week in Fairview, and that property came back on the market. So when it comes back on, some agents aren't looking at that, and we went in and scooped it up. So that's what it looks like on our point of view as investors. When it's a normal market, we could show you, take our time. This way, we actually lose properties because sometimes we're not prepared to pay over the list price, because then it ruins our...
Yeah, the numbers still have to work, even though there's a feeding frenzy around some of these listings that come on. A perfect rental property might come on the market, but the numbers still have to work for our clients. So there's only a certain price level that we will go up to. Anything over that, you're in a negative cash flow position and it doesn't work as an investment.
Yeah, so we need to stress that. And you might be sitting there thinking, well, where's the market going to go? It's going to continue to do this. I mean, it's not going to boom or anything like that, but it's going to continue to grow, be healthy. We thought, Tim, initially this year, interest rates went up. There was a lag in the market, but everyone's realizing right now, Calgary has no inventory. Not only that, there's no rental properties. So people are forced into buying, right? And they've been sitting on the sidelines for so long. And then the flip side of that, the properties that are selling, some people are just getting rid of their rentals. They're tired of them. Some people are financially hurting out there and they want to downsize.
Yep.
So those properties are coming on the market, but unfortunately, they're all taken up by the buyers because there's too many buyers. There's more buyers than sellers right now.
Yeah, so those are the two things that we wanted to look at today for our real estate market update. Normally, we have Danielle DeMarco, our real estate investment mortgage specialist, come on. She wasn't feeling well today, so she's going to skip this week's seminar. She will be back in 2 weeks, hopefully to give us an update on how the mortgage market's going. What we're seeing right now is fixed mortgage rates are kind of coming down a little bit right now, but they're nowhere to write home about. We're still keeping an eye on the Bank of Canada. Its next rate decision is the beginning of June, I believe.
Yep.
So we'll see whether they keep the rates, firm at that point, or whether they decide to move them up or down. We don't really know right now, but it's a good idea to keep your eye on the mortgage market. Check out what the posted rates are for the big banks. Go on a mortgage site like Rate Hub to determine, what are the average mortgage rates that people are getting right now. And you can use that in your analysis when you're looking to start to look for a property and to know what price range you're in. Danielle is a great resource. We've worked with her for about 16 or 17 years. If you're looking to find out whether you can qualify for a mortgage, how much you can qualify up to, or you're trying to get into the rental market, you don't know who to talk to get the financing, there's Danielle's contact info. Give her an email or a call and she'd be glad to help you out. And like I said, most of our investors use her.
Yeah, for sure.